Boom, 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 bam. Boom, 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 bam. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yo, 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 yo. Let's go. It's the Great Debate Show. Give a few seconds to get some more people in here. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Hey, yo. Let's go. It's the Great Debate Show. I'm your host, Uncle JJ, your favorite Uncle JJ. And as always, I got something to say. I won't be long today. I just want to come in and give you a quick preview of Thursday Night Football tonight on Prime and Prime Video. We've got the Ravens at the Dolphins tonight. Lamar Jackson returns. I explained yesterday on why the Baltimore Ravens could come back and make a hell of a run here, like winning their next 6-7 straight games. If you look at the schedule, it's very, very possible. I also talked about that yesterday. If you missed that episode, please go check it out. It's on the TikTok, my TikTok profile. It's also on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to The Great Debate Show on YouTube. Follow The Great Debate Show on all social media platforms. And hit the notification bell on YouTube. And follow, share, like, because you just never know when Unc might pop back up. Sometimes I hit you in the middle of the night. Sometimes I hit you at the crack of dawn. You just never know. Thank you all for joining me right now. David, how you doing, man? Grand Rising, kings and queens, my nieces and nephews. Hope all is well, and I hope you have a terrific Thursday. Okay, David says, as a Dolphins fan, I expect Miami to lose today. Well, I kind of do too. But as a Dolphin fan, you should know this. Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa are like 26-13 when going up against teams under 500. Now, I know Lamar Jackson is coming back tonight, but technically the Ravens are under 500. Now, I do think the Ravens win this game tonight, but man, you just never know. It depends on where them bets and them parlays end up, just to be honest with you. But yeah, to make a long story short, David, at least you are realistic. You're not a delusional fan that's too naive to see that your team is what they are right now. They haven't traded anybody away yet, though, which is surprising. We've got the trade deadline coming up on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. The Patriots have already sold twice. They sold their defensive end, Keon White, to my San Francisco 49ers, and they traded their safety, Kyle Duggar, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yesterday, I talked about why the Steelers and their schedule is getting a little bit iffy, and that's how the Ravens have a chance to still win a wide open AFC North. If you missed that, please go check out that content. I think the Ravens win tonight, though. I think they have a chance to run the table. And the good thing about this is, Grand Rising, Mikey. How you doing, brother? I think the interesting thing about this is there won't be a lot of pressure unless they win 6-7 straight games like I predict them to do. That episode is up on the YouTube channel from yesterday. Please, I encourage you all to go watch these uploads because the numbers don't do as well when I upload an episode, I put a video up, and it's not a live stream. I need you all to check those episodes out too. In order to get into the algorithm, I have to do episodes other than just live streams. I really have to do it. But I also need you all to check that content out. And yesterday, there's great content out. I told you about the Ravens, how they can still win the North. I talked about the rocky relationship between Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. And I gave you the 76ers' secret weapon as to why they are back. I did a little research and I found out some interesting things. And when you check that episode out, you're going to be like, that actually makes sense. So yeah, talking about the Sixers, the Bears' relationship with the coach and the quarterback, and the Ravens. Okay, tonight, again, real quick, I think the Ravens win this game in Miami. Lamar Jackson returns after missing the past 4 games, I believe, 3 or 4 straight weeks due to a hamstring injury. And he's going back home tonight. He's from South Florida, somewhere around that area. He's in South Florida tonight. I think he wins. Hello to F1N. Thank you for joining me. Hello to Jack Harkins saying, what's up? Thank y'all for joining me. Just wanted to talk about Thursday Night Football. Give me the Ravens tonight over the Dolphins. I think everybody would probably agree. But again, they have the chance to run the table, and this will be the one time that if they can get into the postseason at 10-7, 9-8, depending on how the Steelers fall off, if they fall off, and the Ravens still win the North, I don't think anybody will still expect or put pressure on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to run the table and take it all the way to the Super Bowl. But with the Colts being number one in the AFC, some people think they're real. Some people still think it's a fluke. And the Chiefs, they're kind of back. They've got the Chargers and the Broncos knocking at their door in the AFC West. But nobody's really taking anybody serious. So this could be the chance where the Ravens could actually get to that big game and the monkey can come off Lamar Jackson's back. Now, does he have to win that Super Bowl? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And I'm not saying they're going to do that and go that far. Let's get them in the playoffs first. But don't be surprised if Flock Nation makes a hell of a run here. All right. Yesterday, in other football news, Aiden Hutchinson got paid after I did an episode, after I uploaded a video. Aiden Hutchinson got paid. The Lions defensive end received a 4-year, $180 million extension. It makes you get all ugly in the face when you say it. 4 years, $180 million of them things. Woo! Must be nice. It includes $141 million guaranteed. That's according to his agent. Aiden Hutchinson, 4-year extension. Includes the 9-quarterback record for $141 million guaranteed. NFL Network also reported that. The Heat's guard, Terry Rozier, and Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups will not be paid while on leave of absence. Yeah. In other news, Austin Reeves hit a buzzer beater last night to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was a pretty good game. Jonathan Kuminga says there's no bad blood between he and Steve Kerr. The Warriors forward clears the air on the Kerr relationship after rumors, according to the San Francisco Standard. Yeah, I thought that's the reason why he hadn't been playing, to be honest with you. Okay, what's up, Simon? How you doing? Mark, how are you doing? Pittsburgh to win. Who do Pittsburgh have this weekend? I'm not sure who they've got this weekend, but I think the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule is about to get a little bit. Joe Burrow. Will he still come back in mid-December? Look at their schedule, ladies and gentlemen. The Bengals may be cooked. Did you hear that Joe Flacco? It was reported yesterday that Joe Flacco has an AC joint sprain in his throwing shoulder. And now his status for this weekend is uncertain. Now, if they have to go back to Jake Browning, the Bears are probably going to come into Cincinnati and beat them. And that just puts the Bengals further away from trying to get this AFC North in this fight with the Steelers and the Ravens. I think the Steelers are about to kind of fall a little bit. The Ravens are about to go up. And I think the Bengals are just going to elevator broke, plane going down. They're just about to crash. I had this theory that Joe Burrow could come back. They would keep their head right above the water, and they would stay around 500, and Joe Burrow could get them into the Super Bowl. But that theory was coming from the Bengals being one of my Super Bowl predictions. I had Bengals, 49ers, Super Bowl 60, and I had the Niners making history. I still won't go against that because that's my prediction, and I never changed my Super Bowl prediction. But like last season, I said OKC, Boston. I couldn't change it even though I saw, man, Boston ain't going to beat the Knicks. And they didn't. But I digress. The AFC North is going to be something to watch. It's going to come down to Week 18, Baltimore at Pittsburgh. But I talked about all of that yesterday. Go check that episode out. The Dodgers are facing elimination. Yeah, my LA Dodgers. I said when the postseason started, ladies and gentlemen, the Dodgers are as good as it gets when it comes to hitting. That's where they spend their money at. Hit. But, man, when they go up against a team that can pitch, and the Blue Jays is a team that has a balance of hitting and pitching. I said when the postseason started, y'all, the Blue Jays look like the best team in baseball. And I didn't even know if we'd get past the Brewers. But surprisingly, we ran through the Brewers, got past the Phillies. But y'all, pitching is our weakness. And I've always said that. And that bullpen struggled for the past few games. We barely got out of the Game 3 win with the 18 inning. It took us 18 innings to win Game 3. And then we came back, Game 4, still pretty hungover from that late night finish in Game 3. Lost Game 4, and last night, Game 5, a pivotal Game 5, we blew it. The Dodgers now have to go on the road in Canada and do the unthinkable. They have to find a way to pull off a Game 6 win and a Game 7 win on the road. I don't know if they can do that. The Blue Jays are good. That Guerrero brother is getting on my damn nerves. The other guy, the little short, stubby dude with a little bit of a gut who can knock that bitch out of the park too. The Blue Jays are playing their asses off. And I said that they were really going to make the Dodgers earn this championship. I don't even know if the Dodgers are going to get the championship. Now, the good news is they got Yamamoto pitching tonight. His past 2 games have been stellar. I mean, like 2 complete games, and they led to victories. I mean, he's been phenomenal. But it's going to take him to be phenomenal tonight just to force a Game 7. I think we will probably get a Game 7. I'm going to say the Dodgers win. But, hey, if they don't win tomorrow night, we will have new champions, the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going to say they force a Game 7. The ratings are through the roof right now. Good news for the MLB. And I think that we'll have a Game 7 on Saturday night. Long story short, I told you all, if the Blue Jays win this World Series and the Dodgers don't go back-to-back, I don't think the OKC Thunder go back-to-back either. Same thing and vice versa. If the Dodgers can pull it off and go back-to-back, watch out for the Thunder. It's not like they're really going anywhere. Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm going to get to these college football picks. Let me read a few comments, and I'm going to get to the college football picks for this weekend. Blake Snell had a good game. Bats got to do something. Well, he did have a good game, but he got off to a terrible start. Master Yeats, he had a terrible start. Like, it was 2 home runs in, like, the first 3 pitches. That really did hurt. That really did hurt them. Man, I mean, like the second pitch out of the park. Damn. Over the wall, I mean. Third pitch. Bam. Over the wall. Like, damn. Back-to-back home runs. 2-0 start. They just got themselves into a hole. And, yeah, the Dodgers do got to hit better. But shout out to the Blue Jays. They are pitching their asses off. That's something that the Dodgers really don't have. They've been as good as they've been because they can just hit. We got some straight hitters. It's got us pretty far. But, man, I ain't going to lie. The Blue Jays, they look like the better team right now. I mean, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Freddie Freeman and his clutch ass, we don't even win Game 3. It took us 18 innings to do that. Mikey said the real question is, does the Chiefs win their next 3 games? They got the Bills, they got a bye week, then the Broncos and the Colts. That is a damn good comment, Mikey. And that's a tough 3-week schedule. But they get that bye week in between, though, before they play the Broncos, before they play the Colts. I would love to see the Bronco game. The Broncos have been playing them pretty good lately, Mikey. But, yeah, they beat the Bills. I'll tell you what, if they do lose to the Bills, like they kind of do in the regular season, you know what that means? It means the Chiefs are going to beat them in the playoffs. So if I'm Buffalo, I would say don't even try to win that game so badly. I mean, aren't you sick of seeing Buffalo beat KC when it doesn't matter and then lose to them when it does? That's a tough question. I mean, that's a good comment. Tough question, man. Do the Chiefs beat the Bills, the Broncos, and the Colts in the next 4 weeks? Those are their 3 games with a bye in the middle of that. That's a good one. I would love them to lose against the Colts. I think they do lose against the Colts. I think they can lose against the Broncos. And maybe this will be the year they beat Buffalo. Maybe this will be the year they beat Buffalo in the regular season, and maybe finally Buffalo can put them out in the postseason. I think Baltimore's going to run the table now, though. Is Purdy playing this week? What's up, Art? How you doing, brother? No, I don't think so, but it does look like he's getting back closer to, I don't know, I wouldn't say 100%, but he doesn't look as ginger in practice on that foot, on that toe, from what I've seen from a few reporters that have shown us some footage. I don't think Brock Purdy's coming back this week. We'll know more today and tomorrow, after that final Friday practice. And I hadn't heard much about Ricky Pearsall either, y'all. I think he's made of glass. Tomorrow, or maybe tonight, I'm going to come back in here after Thursday Night Football, and I'm going to talk to my Niner game. And let's play a little NFL draft with the 49ers. Had the 49ers not drafted Ricky Pearsall in the first round, There's a few offensive linemen that the Niners could have drafted instead, and they'd probably be on the field right now and protecting our quarterbacks, whichever one that would be, Mac Jones or Brock Purdy. Kyle Shanahan goes too much against the grain. Now, I'm going to pick a wide receiver in the first round. Probably shouldn't have done that. I know that's easy to say that now, but we've got like 4 games out of Ricky Pearsall in 2 seasons, or 1 season and a half so far. We only got like 2 good games, 1 good game, 2 good games from him last season. He's only played about 3 games this year. You get where I'm going? It's week 9 in the NFL coming up now, starting tonight. And there's still no sign of Ricky Pearsall showing up. These are wasted picks. And what about Nick Martin? We picked him in the 3rd round of the draft. And he can't even get on the football field and play special teams. How bad is he? Sounds like that was another wasted pick. Niner fans, we've got to admit, Shanahan and Lynch miss on their picks way more than they hit. Because if those picks were better, we wouldn't need that much help from the outside. Speaking of the Niners, Clelin Ferrell was signed to the 49ers practice squad. Clelin Ferrell, I'm going to just go on and say it, he's been a bust compared to where he got drafted out of Clemson. Didn't work with the Raiders. He's bounced around a little bit. He was with us in 2023. He was solid that year. Then he got hurt right before the postseason run to the Super Bowl, so we didn't have him. Now he's back on the practice squad. I expect him to get elevated, though, by Friday because, hell, we ain't got no bodies. But, yeah, hope I answered your question, Art. As a guy from Toronto now, they going to raise my ticket prices next year because you something Americans couldn't handle your business. Shaking my head. Where am I going to take a girl out now? Ernie Johnson. What's up to Toronto in the building? Thank you for joining me. Hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like to really talk about America or politics or nothing on here, but I feel you. They're going to raise those tickets up in America and in your country as well because you're in the World Series, baby. You're in the World Series and you're probably about to be a champion. Congratulations or good luck, but you're almost there. Now, if you lose these next 2 games, Ernie, boy, that's going to be a meltdown in my opinion. You're supposed to go ahead and wrap this thing up. What's up to Reed Vivas? Saying hi. Hi to you. What's up with Noah? Noah Outridge. As a Commanders fan, I'm crying. Why? You've got a quarterback for the future, man. There's no need to cry, brother. No need to cry. Purdy. Jones or Buddy? Jones or Purdy? I mean, right now it's got to be Jones, right? And what's your question, Noah? I'll definitely be here later on tonight as well. You know it, I know you will, Mikey, and I appreciate you. Ravens got a tough, pretty much win now, every game schedule. Yep, Steelers really have to fumble the bag to lose this one low-key. Baltimore versus Pittsburgh 2 times. Yeah, and Baltimore's going to beat Pittsburgh at home, and they'll probably lose to Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, but that's not until Week 18. They're going to make that game very, very, very special. Just like Seattle at San Francisco, Week 18. Pay attention to those games at the end of the schedule. They set those up for a reason. But again, as I told y'all, it ain't real, y'all. When are my Browns going to start Deshaun Watson? These quarterbacks give us no chance or potential. You mean Shadur Sanders? I would like to see Shadur before I see Deshaun. And I have no idea. I hadn't heard much about Deshaun Watson. I know the owner is still holding on to him. But yeah, Dylan Gabriel. I think he's admitting Dylan Gabriel is bad. And it is time to move on. It is. I think you all are on a bye week. And if so, can we get Shadur Sanders after the bye week? I don't know if anybody still even wants to see Deshaun Watson anymore. But hey, who knows? Thank you for the comment, Ernie. Okay. Mikey says, I'm blessed. Good. That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up. John B. What's up, man? Should the Jets fire Aaron Glenn after 1 year? I was damn sure saying that a few weeks ago. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. And that clock management I saw in London against the Broncos, that just really irked me the wrong way. I usually don't say this about brothers because it's hard for us to keep a job. And I'm talking about brothers that look like me, you know, with my skin complexion. But they say he's safe. Let's give him 1 more year and see what's what. I hate to throw the race in this shit, but y'all know damn well we don't get the chances that most other races get. If it was a Caucasian man, he would get another year or 2 more years. Even Robert Saleh got 3 years with the Jets. So yeah, let Aaron Glenn get 1 more year. But I ain't gonna lie, it's been bad. It has been bad. If they fired him, I wouldn't complain about it. I wouldn't say it's the race. I would just say, man, y'all work pretty damn bad. But I mean, who can ever be good with the Jets? That's what it's starting to seem like. Who could ever be good with the Jets? Okay, back to TikTok. Thoughts on Keion White? Medina, I hope I'm saying that right. I think that he gives huge upside. He brings upside to the 49ers D-line, to a depleted 49ers D-line. I looked at the film, y'all. It's better than what I thought. And for us to just give up a 6th-round pick, we were able to get Keion White and a 7th-round pick. And on top of that, he's not just a 8-game, 9-game rental. He will be back in 2026 as well. So the Patriots kind of lost, in my opinion, but they don't need him. And as one of the guys told me on YouTube, a Patriot fan, he said that the only reason why he kind of slipped down the depth chart is because they got people like Milton Williams from the Philadelphia Eagles and a few other free agents that are playing better. And of course, they're free agents. They spent money on them. So they want to get their money's worth. He has upside. He's like 6'5", 285. He's an athlete. He's really good. He's really athletic. He has a high motor. He plays with a high motor. This is not like we saw from Chase Young in 2023. So to answer your question, man, I think he brings huge upside. I think this will be a sneaky good addition. We just need Bryce Huff to get back. We just need Cleveland Farrell to step up if he's activated to the main roster. He's on the practice squad now. Brought him back in yesterday. And I don't think they're done. I think they still try to go get an Arden Key or a Jermaine Johnson from the Jets or McDonald from the Dolphins. McDonald or Jermaine Johnson from the Jets. Maybe Bradley Chubb from the Dolphins. Jalen Phillips has been playing good right now, but he's still coming off of a torn ACL. He gets hurt a lot. So that's probably who the Niners will get. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad move considering they got him and a 7th-round pick. And they only gave up a 6th-round pick for 2026, and he's coming back next season. So y'all talk about Chris Kasurik so much and brag on him. Sometimes I think he's overrated. But if he's what you all say he is, then that untapped potential, it's about to come out. Okay. Are you... What? Okay, I'm glad I didn't read that one out. Shut up. I am being the Undertaker for Halloween. I have motorcycle and gloves, the coat and the hat. Well, good for you, that man, Batman 999. Where you been, brother? What's up to Adam Flynn? Thank you for joining. Glenn, a Jets legend. You being funny, ain't you, low-key Smurf? How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming back. Thank you for the #2 gifter badge. Dang, bro. All types of mid in that room. Grizzlies and Niners. Cam be tripping. Yeah, I guess I'm tripping in, right? Well, hey, man, I'm in Memphis. So, yes, I'm a Grizzly. And we're definitely mid. And the 49ers, yeah, man, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But the Dodgers are in the World Series. All right, that's my team, too. We may not win that motherfucker, but we are in the World Series. What moves making to keep us in first? Are we still in the first place, y'all? We've got 3 losses. That's more than the Seahawks and the Rams now. I know they were on a bye week, but, man, look, I think the Keion White move was not bad considering what we gave up. I think we're not done. I think we made one more move. But here's my question to the 49er fans. Why are we not trying to bring in some type of offensive line help? Is there nobody out there that we can bring in better than Dominic Pooney, Connor Colby, Jake Brendel? Nobody better? You know, nobody? Nobody? It's probably not. That's why I haven't really talked too much shit, because it's a shortage on offensive linemen, which is why I thought we should have traded up in the draft and got Will Campbell from LSU. I thought maybe we should have traded back then and got that big left tackle that the Chiefs drafted later in the first round. But y'all, if we're going to do anything, can we protect the quarterback if we can find somebody? That's what I would say. Let's go try to get somebody for the offensive line, or let's just let this shit ride out like I've been saying. Thank you for the comment, Buck74. What's up to Mr. Red Corn? Bang, bang, right back at you. They also may want to consider drafting a running back in the third this year to extend the life of McCaffrey. Well, low-key Smurf, they've got B-Rob. What did you acquire him for in a trade? That's a draft pick right now that we could be trying to give up for an edge rusher or an offensive line help, but we've got him. Use him. And where the fuck is Jordan James? Now, I don't think they need to draft a running back. That's what he does every damn year, but, man, we need offensive line help. And I've talked about Keon White, Brandon. I hope you heard that. Thank you, Heisman. Thank you, Greg Moore, Master Yeats. The Broncos are frauds. Uh-oh, okay. How do you get wrestling belts? Where do you get the wrestling belts from? WWE shop, which is the reason why I complain about the WWE not having black wrestlers get pushed enough, because we spend money too, damn it. Mookie been buns all playoffs. Now, that's facts. Mookie ain't done shit. You're not wrong about that, brother. You're not wrong about that. And that could be the reason why we don't win back-to-back World Series championships. Are you a Jey Uso hater? No, I'm not a hater of nobody. But I do think the Heat movement is for kids. I do. But I end all of my episodes saying until we yeet again, Jay. Speaking of Jay, I'm going to say this and I'm going to wrap it up. 49ers fumbled the bag giving Purdy 5 years. Should have gave him a Sam Darnold type deal. Yep, I agree, and I said that. But when I said it, everybody said, why does all 49er fans hate Brock Purdy? Go Sixers said AEW, AEW, AEW. Okay, all right. Every time I try to get back into AEW, it still looks like it's pretty bad. But go Sixers. Go Sixers. What you said, Greg. What you said. You're not wrong. Can't hang up that Jordan pick. Can't hang it up. Huh? Do you like it or do you hate it? Bro, y'all can't make the right quarterback decision. Yeah, I think that's just the whole script. I think Eddie DeBartolo and what he did in the 80s and the 90s with the gambling and everything. I think he cursed the Niners. And I think, they said you'll never win again. That's just my honest opinion. Did y'all hear what Jay-Z said? Any hip-hop heads on here right now watching? Did y'all hear that Jay-Z said that nobody can touch him in a versus? Now, this just started to get back up in social media. They said he actually said this in 2021 when he was asked, would he do a versus? Versus is something where hip-hop, artists go at it with their, deepest catalog, their hottest verses from some of their hottest tracks in their career, as a rapper or an R&B artist. And he was asked about it in 2021, and somehow this resurfaced yesterday all over Twitter and Facebook and stuff on social media. He said nobody can touch him. Do you all agree with that? Now, I know the Jay-Z, Beyonce fans are going to strike me down if I say anything negative about him. I don't really fuck with y'all because y'all are crazy. The whole Beehive and Taylor Swift gang, something wrong with them people. I think they're really under the spell. Y'all know what I mean if you know about the Illuminati and stuff. Don't bring that witchcraft over here. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, I always have been. But do you agree with him by saying he won't do a versus because nobody can touch him on the stage if he actually done one? Really? You don't think Nas could get on the stage with Jay-Z? You don't think Nas has the catalog or the hits or the verses to do it? He said not a soul alive can get on the stage and touch him. It's funny he said that after DMX soul is no longer with us anymore. People like that could have probably smashed him. But there's people out there like Lil Wayne, Kanye, Eminem that could probably get on the stage with Jay-Z. And I love Jay-Z, but do y'all agree with that? Greg said, honestly, Eminem and Wayne win that easy. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Greg said Wayne would kill him. I kind of agree. He's got good verses, don't get me wrong. Only thing I know about college football this season is if you pick against my Badgers, you're probably going to win. Damn. Wisconsin been that bad, man? Damn. Hey, well, at least you're realistic, brother. Nas would be good. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. How do you say that? SIP76? Thank you for that comment, brother. And you're not wrong. Reebok says, King, I agree. Oh, that's Spliff 650. Man, Lil Wayne got fired. That's right, Reebok. Are you a Grizzlies fan? It's crazy. I'm a diehard Niners fan and a Sixers fan. I'm a diehard Niners fan and a Grizzly fan. Yep. Go Sixers. Y'all are doing good, Reebok. So a lot of people are saying Wayne would get this. Wayne catalog runs deep. Let's not start with the mixtapes. You see what I mean? Exactly, Spliff. Bulls looking good this year. That is a surprise, Dolph, but you're not wrong. Short of Cypher. Cypher. Okay, gotcha. I like that. And I know Jay-Z wouldn't beat Wayne in a Cypher. And I know it's not battle rap. They've kind of turned these verses into like a concert. The Cash Money No Limit was the first one, I think, since they came back. But, yeah, man, Jay-Z tripping, man. I think that was disrespectful to say that. I think it disrespect all the artists, all of his peers, you know, like the T.I.s, the people that he even brought in the game, Jeezy, Ross. Those guys got verses too. T.I., Busta Rhymes got verses. But, yeah, if you throw Wayne mixtapes in, it'll be a long day in the park for Jay-Z. So I was surprised that he actually just said nobody can touch him. If Nas got on the stage and played Ether, as soon as you heard, fuck Jay-Z, you could shut it down. You can literally shut it down. And as good as Jay-Z verses have been over the years, we know that a lot of those verses were Biggie rhymes, Slick Rick rhymes, you know, Raekwon. He stole a lot of people's bars. It's proof. So how much credit would he even get? Anyway, I digress. That's the great debate of the day. And I got some people in here chiming in. I appreciate it. Y'all, Eminem got verses, y'all. And for that motherfucker who's talking like I'm a racist dude, man, please, Eminem is one of my favorites. Top 5, dead or alive. Last time I checked, he don't look nothing like me. Somebody made a comment about am I race baiting or whatever when the sport is dominantly black. What the fuck does that got to do with what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the coaches. I don't care who's on the field or who's on the court. I care about the owners and shit too. But anyway, Eminem is a bad boy. You didn't expect me to say that, did you? Jay-Z live is better than Wayne live, though. Now, you got that right. You've got that right. My brother went to 2 Jay-Z concerts. And if I could get him to get in here right now, we'd probably have a great debate. Because he'd probably be wanting to kick my ass right now. Well, I'll take that back because he knows what type of brother Jay-Z is now. So he don't fuck with him like that anymore. But he used to. But we know how to separate the art from the artiste. And from what I hear, the artiste is a piece of shit. Allegedly. But the artwork, chef's kiss. The blueprint, classic. But so was It Was Written. So was God's Son. So was the Carter 3. You know? So was the Marshall Mathers LP. There's good verses out there, y'all. And Jay-Z shouldn't have said that. I thought that was disrespectful. But he's got so much power. And people are so scared of him. And you all know why, if you know what I know. That's why ain't nobody clapping back. This should have been a beef just like that. Like, I dare you say I couldn't touch you. Where's Jim Jones at now? He said Nas is not better than him. Where's Jim Jones at now? Hell, Cameron got some verses that could touch Jay-Z. If I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I think he does. Anyway, Ernie Johnson said K. Watts said Nas. Ernie said Jay-Z is a dirty, casual businessman who's a politician more than he is a rapper. Real hip-hop heads shouldn't respect, but rather look at how all of Jay-Z's contemporaries look at him. Man, that's a bar. Let's put you on verses, brother. Good comment, Ernie. And that is definitely the truth. Diamond Details Production said Blue Jays or Dodgers. I got to roll with my Dodgers, baby. But I think we're cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Now, don't nobody come play this clip back if we do win game 6 and 7, but I kind of think we're cooked. Yamamoto wins tomorrow night, forces a game 7, but our bullpen is bad outside of him and Snell. And Snell, he was decent, but he wasn't good enough. He got out to a horrible start, though. Marcus, that sweater dope is... Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, get some comments here. Yeah, I got to step out, man, take care of some business. I'm not working today, but I got some business to take up. Y'all know I got some bills to pay, man. So I'm about to go do that right now. I appreciate y'all being here with me, though. I really do. This is the Great Debate Show. Tonight, Ravens, Dolphins. Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens to run the table, win the AFC North still, because I think the Steelers' schedule is getting a little bit tough. while the Ravens' schedule is about to get a little better. They're going to win the next 5, 6 straight games, I think. I don't think they lose until the Patriots come to town December 14th or December 21st. You heard it here first. Yesterday, I talked about the 76ers and why they have a secret weapon, which is the reason why I think they're really back. Go check that content out. It's on the YouTube channel. It's on TikTok profile from yesterday. And if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please, everybody on TikTok, just click that YouTube link. It's in the description here. Go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe, because you never know when Unk might pop back up. So again, y'all, we'll talk about this again a little bit more tonight after Thursday Night Football. Jay-Z, is he right or wrong when he says nobody could touch him on a stage if he did a versus? Oh, I forgot to do the college football picks real quick. College football. Vanderbilt and, man, who is it now? I think we got Vanderbilt and Texas. Texas is at home, number 20. Vanderbilt, number 9. Man, that's a tough one there, man. Texas is good at home, though. But Vanderbilt is good, y'all. I'm probably taking Vanderbilt for that win. I've got Memphis going on the road against Rice. Memphis dropped the ball against UAB, so they're back to number 25. Hopefully they get this win. I'll say they'll beat Rice on the road. West Virginia at Houston. Give me Houston. Penn State at Ohio State. Give me Ohio State. Miami on the road against SMU. I'll take Miami. The Hurricanes, that is. Louisville at Virginia Tech. I'll take Louisville. Notre Dame over Boston College. Indiana all over Maryland. South Carolina at Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin and them boys are looking really good. Georgia Tech at North Carolina State. Give me Georgia Tech. And the big game with Oklahoma and Tennessee in Knoxville. I guess Tennessee wins that. I guess. Oklahoma has really fell off here. They're number 18 now in the country. I'm going to go with Tennessee to win that one. Utah, look for them to pull off the upset at home against number 17 Cincinnati. They could pull that off Saturday night. Michigan all over Purdue at home. USC going to Nebraska. That could be a trap game. I may bet the plus right there with Nebraska at home against 23 USC. USC was looking really good the first half of the season. They done kind of dipped a little bit. Georgia at Florida. Give me Georgia. And that's pretty much it. But the bigger game is Oklahoma at Tennessee. My boy Vladdy is killing y'all too. Too much for my liking right now. Vladdy, get your oh, okay, I got you. Get your Japanese boys. Yeah, you're talking about Guerrero. Get your Japanese boys back in check, bro. You Americans got to make them feel at home. In fairness, Yamamoto killed us all 9 innings last time. And he's going to have to do it again tonight, Ernie. Or we're cooked. I mean, tomorrow night. Or we're cooked. Why did Jay-Z get Buddy for a Super Bowl halftime show? Man, you know he playing in politics, man. Jay-Z was brought to the NFL to make us shut the fuck up and watch football again. And let's move past the kneeling with Colin Kaepernick. Remember that? Yeah, he was just their guinea pig. You know, as big as he is, he's still the bottom feed. He's still a bottom feeder. He and Diddy when it comes down to our culture in hip-hop. Allegedly, they're nothing but federal informants any damn way. And I just don't respect that dude anymore. Even though I used to love his music coming up. I know all his bars. I know all his verses. He was a bad boy now. But for him to say nobody can touch him in the verses, man, please. He stopped rapping like 8, 9 years ago. And there's other people that still rapping today. And if we're just talking hits for hits, man, Ja Rule and 50 can still fuck with him. Drake has got enough hits to fuck with him. Just being honest. Kanye, they had to make that brother look crazy just so we won't compliment him. But Yeezy still got bops. And he's got enough verses where he can kind of go toe for toe with Hove. I'm sorry, and that's one of his peers. J. Cole has got some good stuff out there. So, yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying that these people would beat Jay-Z, even though Eminem and Wayne would, and Nas would. DMX would. Rest in peace. Long live my boy DMX. As a matter of fact, I may wear his t-shirt tonight. But For him to say there's not a soul alive, he's saying that because X is dead. We all know X beat him in that battle years ago in the late 90s that nobody wants to talk about. Long live X. Why won't they just say Jay-Z won if Jay-Z won that battle? Because he had to lose it. Anyway, and don't anybody come in here talking about what he did for Def Jam or what he did for Jay-Z. He got DMX off of Def Jam because he was competition. And he hates competition. That's why he got rid of Cameron and Dipset. He won't even help Damon Dash out right now, man. Don't let me get started on that dude. But again, I can separate the art from the artiste, and he's got some good art. But so do a lot of other rappers. Hell, Future got a lot of bops, man. And I ain't the biggest Future fan, but from 2011 to 2025, he got just as much shit too. All right, y'all. That was my college football picks. The game of the week is Oklahoma, Tennessee, in my opinion. And that's it for me, man. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here until we eat again. Chief said, go Blue Jays. Let's go Blue Jays. None of this matters. Jay-Z takes it in the back anyway, says Nikki G. Ooh. Well, yeah, something like that. I've heard some things. I've definitely heard some things. All right, y'all, I'm done. That's it for me. TikTok, I'm funding the first 5 people to message me with good God. Alex Jackson, okay. What D-line man do you think the Niners will get before the deadline? Well, we got Keion White already, 49ers, and I think we're about to go get one more guy. I don't know who that guy is, but I think they're not quite done yet. They're going to get one more. Probably from the Jets or the Dolphins, or maybe Arden Key from the Titans. Okay, y'all, my time is up. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tonight after the Ravens and Dolphins. We'll talk a little bit more about week 9 in the NFL. Maybe go over a few more of these college games. And I would like to continue this Jay-Z versus conversation. I really would. A lot of people are giving me some good names that could probably smoke Jay-Z in the verses. I thought I was alone. Everybody on Twitter was getting at me like, man, you crazy. Who would really go on stage with Jay-Z? I'm like, damn. Y'all on that man dick like that? I'll say this as a 25-year-old. Damn, you're young, Ernie. I'm not denying his talents or his hits. That's true. I'm not either for your generation, but I don't think you guys understand how culturally irrelevantly his music is nowadays. No one knows his songs. Oh, he's talking about the YNs. You're not wrong. They hate Tupac. They hate Biggie. They think those guys were trash as well. So he's not wrong. Now, they're not right, but you're not wrong. She said, woo. All right, Ric Flair. Y'all, I'm out of here. I got to go. Got to go pay them bills. I got to go hit the highway. And I live in Memphis, so y'all pray for me. Y'all be safe out there. Have a terrific Thursday. I'll be back tonight. Again, follow, because you never know when Unc might pop back up. Peace.